guys, welcome back. I'm Hungry Man 97. So I never make one of these videos where I go to a card show, or in this case, a swap meet, buy some cards, and then I show you what I got. I've never made one of these. I'm not really sure how to. Should I do it first person or should I show the cards? I want to do one today because I was kind of challenged by Henry S. He's my YouTube buddy. Check out his channel. He does a lot of haul videos. And so he's kind of challenged me to do one of these. And I said no the first time, but I'm going to do one of these. I hope you're watching, Henry. And guys, if you're not already a subscriber to my buddy Darren's channel, that's Grunt Baseball. That's his YouTube channel for all things baseball. Check him out when you get a chance. Also his website, grunttalksmlb.com. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Do it while you're thinking about it. It helps my channel grow, and I appreciate it. Okay, let's get back into this. So my wife and I jumped in the car Sunday morning, drove out about half an hour to one of the fairgrounds, to the swap meets, because I had heard they had baseball cards there. Well, this place was huge. It was like 1,000 garage sales put together. I mean, any kind of junk you can think of. Records, games, lots of tools, old decorations, pictures, coins, but also some like cards. And that was pretty cool. I was looking for baseball cards, of course. And I found a few. I spent $19.50 total. There was a box of singles and top loaders for 75 cents a piece, and I heard good things about that. I definitely started with that one, but then there's a few other tables that had cards as well. So I went over to this one guy's table, and he said he had some small boxes, and I could offer him a couple bucks for those. So I found a box of about 200 cards of 1981 Fleer. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. You know, not like super vintage, but still kind of old, about 45 years old. And then he had a big box of 300 or 400 football cards on the table that said 25 cents each. So I said, well, I'll take that entire box of football cards and the 81 Flair, and I'll offer you $5. And he goes, okay, great. And he takes my money. And I'm thinking with that kind of reaction, I probably offered more than what he was expecting. But I was happy to pay that. And so of the 81 Fleer, got several singles here. And probably none of these worth really more than $1. Alan Trammell. There's a Schmidt, Rose, Jim Cott, Robin Yount, Bert Blyleven, Dave Parker, the Cobra, Raleigh Fingers, and, well, he's not a Hall of Famer, Mark the Bird Fidrich. It's a cool card for a cool guy. So I was happy with that. And in the football one, I got several that I kind of pulled out, some Burgess Owens. I don't know a lot about football. Here's a Marcus Allen. Terry Bradshaw. I know him. Let's see here. That is Archie Manning. Phil Simms. Here's an Art Monk. And then a Steve Largent. This guy looks like he went through some sort of machine. Not very good condition on that card. And I pulled out some of the 75 cent box. That's actually where I started. I pulled out several football singles. Can you hear me okay? But I'm not going to show you those because those are for a buddy of mine who just had a birthday. Okay, but I pulled out a bunch of baseball singles. Here we go. RBI leaders with Johnny Bench and Dick Allen. Billy Williams. Jim Rice. There's a Tony Perez. Mark Fidrich again. The Bird. Richie, Dick Allen, Ron Santo. Okay, so there is a Vladimir Sr. Guerrero rookie. I got Steve Carlton. Joe Gordon. That's Flash Gordon. George Brett, of course. Jim Catfish Hunter. Gaylord Perry. Dick Allen. Okay, that's a 75 mini. That's why it looks so small. Strikeout leaders, Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific. Here's a Tony Oliva, 1971. I like the 1971 black borders. Joe Morgan. Red Shindens, Hall of Famer. Gaylord Perry. Carl Yastrzemski, Yaz. And here's an Eddie Matthews, like a coach card, manager card. And Jim Rice, is that back at the beginning? So that's where we started. So they did pretty good on that. So they had a lot of like 50s and 60s singles in there, but they were just like commons. So I'm a big fan of the 70s, like Hall of Famer cards. So I always grab those whenever I can, and they were in good condition. I took a picture of this really ugly card. I'm gonna show I'm gonna show it to you guys. This football card here. I don't remember his name, so read it. You can read it on there. It's like a horrible looking card. I'm showing you this here because Henry bought this card and showed it on his video, and I'm making fun of him right now because it's horribly ugly. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's just funny that I took the time to take a picture of this card that looked horrible, and then he ended up buying it. And he doesn't even know that I took a picture of it. So it's an ugly one. I should have picked it up myself just because it's so horrible looking. But that's my haul. I don't think I'll do more of these videos. That's not really my thing, but it was fun. What do you guys think? Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.